Alright, fucking let's get it. Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all, man? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Until Further Noise podcast. I am the flyest, highest, coolest, smoothest host of them all, OG Hatch, man. You know what the fuck it is, man. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing out there, man? Hope y'all out there looking good, feeling good, staying safe, man. It's a lot of shit going on here in these streets. We all know that shit by now. You know how that shit go, man. What's this, episode 30? God damn. Man, this shit going by fast, man. 30 weeks in, man. I want to say shout out to everybody on the Spotify platform, Apple platform, Google Podcast platform. However you listen to the podcast, man, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody around the world that's tapped in, joined the conversation, man. I truly appreciate that shit, man. This is episode 30, like I just mentioned, man. This is also the first episode that's being recorded. That will be going up on digital, man. Going up on YouTube. So this is my introduction to the YouTube community. Everybody in the YouTube world, hi. How you doing? This is not the setup I wanted, man. I'm in the process of moving and shit like that. This is not the backdrop I want, the setup I want, or even the camera that I wanted. But I want to, you know what I'm saying, just get shit started, man. You gotta start somewhere. Even when I get all my shit, even when all my shit get here, I'm still gonna have to start somewhere. So why not do it before all my stuff get here? Before I try to perfect my craft too much. So we're gonna give it up how we always give it up, man. Week in and week out, man. It's 30 weeks in, man. On the grind of 100 straight episodes, man. Like I said, shout out to everybody that's been tapped in, enjoying the conversation, man. So far, it's the live show and docket, man. You know we give it up, man. This episode right here, of course, is dedicated to all the short niggas, man. You know, I'm 6'3", bro. I tell y'all this shit on past episodes all the time, bro. I'm 6'3", bro. I'm a big dude. So I want to say this episode right here is dedicated to all the short niggas, man, because y'all be looking like shit. Y'all be looking like shit when y'all prime is over, man. Short niggas' face just start getting fat when they get out their prime, dog. Look at Bow Wow. Look at Isaiah Thomas. Them niggas' face just start getting fat when they're on the downside of 30. Like, when them niggas start approaching 30, niggas' face just start blowing up like balloons and shit. Like, the shit is crazy, cuz. This shit is crazy, man. So this episode 30 of the Until Further Noise podcast, is dedicated to all niggas that's short, man. I never understood it. I didn't understand y'all plight, man. Everybody got to fight, man. Everybody got a hill they got to die on. So the short, fat-faced niggas, once they hit 30, I'm with you, bro. I feel you, bro. I'm 6'3". I got you. I got broad shoulders, my nigga. It's a lot of shit, though, man. But I was watching, before I get into what's all shit that's on the docket, man. I was watching Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless earlier. And they was talking about the whole Mark Cuban removing the national anthem and shit. And I'm going to get into that later on in the podcast. But they was talking about that shit. And the shit was kind of crazy, man. Because in the midst of, me personally, bro, I never gave a fuck about the anthem, bro. Even when I was doing sports and all that shit, I never sung the shit. And when it was times to sing the motherfucking national anthem, that's when I was preparating. I was talking about some shit. I was shouting out my hood. I was saying rest in peace to all my niggas that died. I'm going over the game plan. Niggas ain't really singing the national anthem anyway. But really, Shannon Sharp was, his whole point was getting rid of that shit. And Skip, he was talking about he wanted to keep it. And in the midst of Shannon Sharp telling him all the flaws that America got, a motherfuckers being killed by the police, all the flaws that America has had, what they've done to Native Americans, and so on and so forth, that white America just won't accept that they did, that they won't acknowledge those flaws. Shit, that nigga Skip Bayless was still sitting there, talking about America is the greatest country ever. And granted, bro, I live in America, bro. You're not finna. I don't know how it is in other countries. I know what I see on the news. I know what I read in the magazines and the tabloids and on the media and shit like that. I know the bad shit. I don't know. I know what they try to show you about Africa and all that shit, but I know as a black man, I need to go to Africa because I know it's more than what motherfuckers show us on the news, the bullshit that they show us on the news. But with that, it's just, am I the only nigga that gets upset when they hear a white man, rant and rave about how great this country is, even without accepting its flaws? Am I the only motherfucker that feels a way about that? Like, motherfucker, if I'm sitting there telling you about all the bullshit that us black people go through in America and what people of color go through in America and what other people has gone through when they've gone against America, don't turn around and then tell me how great the country is. Nigga, fuck you. What the fuck you too, nigga? What the fuck? Like, I'm just talking just to be talking all of a sudden. Like, but am I the only motherfucker that feel away about that? And I'm not trying to paint Skip Bayless away or anything like that. I've met Skip Bayless in person. I've took pictures with Skip Bayless and shit like that. When he was on First Take, I was on First Take and shit like that in the crowd. He's a cool dude. He's a cool ass nigga off camera. So I'm not trying to paint him in any way, but it's like, am I the only nigga who feels a way about that? Like, I hate when motherfuckers try to glorify how great America is when we don't never, you know what I'm saying, talk about the fucked up shit that's happening, that's really going on, the shit that hasn't changed since we've been here. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I just wanted to make sure I came on the podcast and said that, because when he said that shit, I was like, bro, fuck that national anthem, nigga. What the fuck? Like, I'm not saying, I respect the army. I respect anybody who's fighting for our country or anything, or anybody who's patriotic and things like that. But the American flag and the national anthem itself does not make you patriotic. You know what I'm saying? Just because you sing the national anthem, that's not a patriotic act. That's just a fucking song. We know the roots of the song. The song is bullshit. We know where the song came from. We know the creator of the song, his message with the song. So knowing that it's not a big fucking deal. But just, I wanted to make sure I come here and say that, man, because that shit was really rubbing me the wrong way when I was watching Undisputed earlier this morning, man. I had to turn that shit off, man. And I fuck with the show, man. Shout out to Skip Bayless once again, man. No malice at all, you know what I'm saying, towards you at all. I don't want this to make it seem like I'm paying him in a negative way. But also, man, you know, in the midst of this week, man, I've been, you know, going through, looking up shit I'm going to talk about on the podcast, man. I came across some shit, man, that was funny as fuck, man. I just want to say, man, shout out to everybody right now who going through trial, man, who facing trial during the pandemic, man. That shit got to be tough. Like, have you ever just sat back and thought about, you know, I've had to go to court myself. You know what I'm saying? I've had court. It was nothing super crazy, so it was nothing to really talk about. But I can imagine once you go on a trial for any motherfucking thing, you gotta be nervous as fuck. Shit gotta be niggas is sweating bricks in that motherfucker. But it's like, during this whole pandemic shit, we knowing how the world is fucked up, how shit shut down. I don't think motherfuckers is really tripping about the niggas who go on to trial and facing charges during the pandemic. Like, imagine going to court on a Zoom call. Like, imagine that shit. That shit is crazy, my nigga. That shit is fucking nuts. Like, I came across some shit, like, it was a video where it was a dude in court. It was lawyers and shit on a Zoom call, and one of the lawyers, he had a motherfucking filter on this shit where he was a cat. Now, just imagine the client that nigga was representing. You had to feel like you was getting the max. You had to feel like at that point in time, you was getting the max. That your lawyer showed up in the Zoom call for your court hearing in a fucking cat filter, you're getting the max. The judge is not taking it serious at all. Like, as a client, as a nigga facing those charges, imagine facing 20 years and you gotta face a fucking a Zoom trial. You know what I'm saying? Your chances of getting away is already this small. It's already this fucking small. It's a wee bit. You know what I'm saying? But now you in a motherfucking Zoom trial where the judge ain't left his motherfucking bedroom. That nigga in his drawers. That nigga is not taking your case serious at all. That nigga got Sports Center on the big screen. That nigga's not tripping at all. But then on top of that, your lawyer got a fucking cat filter on this shit. This shit is a joke. Nigga, you're getting the max. You have to feel you're getting the max at that point. There's no way in hell you feel confident that you're getting out of this shit. Nah, this one. nah, this situation. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is crazy to the fact that even happened. Like, I think about all the shit that's going on with how the world is changing. Because like I told y'all when all this shit first kicked off, bro, the world is fucking changing. And the shit is changing rapidly. Like, if you ain't adjusting to this shit, you're going to get lost in the fucking sauce quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing with this whole pandemic. I feel like everybody that's adjusting to the pandemic accordingly is not, they not seeing a huge difference in lifestyle. Like, me personally, I wasn't an outdoorsy motherfucker anyway. I stepped out when I stepped out. I showed my face when I had to show my face. But I wasn't a motherfucker who was always out. You know what I'm saying? I showed my face when I wanted to show my shit. So throughout this pandemic, it's like, yeah, at times, I hate that I was forced to stay in the crib. But it's like, this was already my life. So there was a motherfucker like me. I started a podcast during the pandemic. A lot of motherfuckers, if you was a hustler, you found ways to get shit popping. If you was a motherfucker that was sticking and moving anyway, you was going to keep sticking and moving. Shit not going to stop you because you got to sit in the house. The internet is a powerful motherfucking source, man. So that's just really, the world is fucking changing, but I always think about the positives, excuse me, but you never think about the niggas that's facing tumultuous fucking times right now. It's niggas in there facing bids in that motherfucker, hoping they got the right lawyer. So this shit is motherfucking be crazy, man, real shit. But moving on, man. Also, man, on past episodes, man, we covered the Capitol riots, man. I covered the guy who was from Arizona, man. I forget his name off the top of my head. The nigga that was dressed up as a Viking and shit like that. He was out here in Arizona. If you're new to the show, watching this show on the YouTube platform, I am located out here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. But the guy who was dressed up as a Viking on Capitol Hill riot, man, that nigga was from out here in Arizona. So the news was circulating a lot about him. So I got to see pretty much about him, that he was in there telling me he only eat organic food and shit like that. And that's when I was talking about white privilege still going to be white privilege no matter what. No matter how dire the situation is, a white person going to bring up some privilege. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, man, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, it don't matter what the fuck you do, bro. You can be a fucking terrorist. You can be a fucking terrorist. You can be a fucking terrorist, bro, and still invoke your white privilege. This motherfucker who wore the horns on U.S. Capitol Hill, man, he was moved to a Virginia jail that serves the organic food after going 9 days without eating. This nigga went on a hunger strike, and they gave him what he wanted. Now, I do understand, you know what I'm saying, when you go on a hunger strike in jail, 9 times out of 10, you get what the fuck you asking for. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Where's the real niggas in situations like this? Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I consider myself a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I consider myself a real nigga. And a real nigga to me ain't about no gangster shit you doing, nothing like that. A real nigga to me is a motherfucker making a firm ass motherfucking decision and standing by that shit. You know, that's what makes a real nigga to me. If I was a fucking prison guard where this nigga was being, I would have fed all this nigga the bologna I can find. Give me all the bologna I can find. I'm fucking him up. He's getting fucked up. His stomach's getting fucked up. He got me fucked up. This nigga not finna storm the motherfucking U.S. Capitol, get arrested, and tell me he only eat organic food. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I the only person that sits back and think, where are the real niggas in situations like this? I would have been force feeding this nigga so many motherfucking me bologna sandwiches. Bologna sandwiches and hot dogs. Hot dog ain't shit but a rolled up bologna. I would have gave that nigga bologna sandwiches and hot dogs 9 days straight. Nigga, eat or die. Eat or die. I don't give a fuck. You are a terrorist. You are a fucking terrorist. Nigga, I remember when I was a kid, bro. It's a little bit off topic, bro. But when I was a kid, bro. Was that Saddam? Was that Saddam Hussein they captured? Yeah. It was Saddam Hussein. I was in a fucking barbershop, nigga. I was in a barbershop, bro. Getting a fucking trim up. Getting a line up, my nigga. They showed that nigga hanging on the news. On the news. Times have fucking changed. Times have fucking changed. I was getting the fucking part in my head like, yo, that's crazy. Nigga, that's crazy. Nigga, everybody, all you heard was niggas getting their lineups fucked up because they just watched a nigga get murdered on TV. Nowadays, they moving niggas because you don't eat organic food. What the fuck is going on? This shit gotta stop. What the fuck? I would have been force feeding that nigga bologna sandwiches for days. Nigga, I would have been taking overtime for that shit. You got me fucked up, Viking man. You got me fucked up. You truly do got me fucked up. But that shit just crazy, bro. It just lets you know, man, in 2021, you know, post protest, post nation, worldwide, you know what I'm saying, protest, post, you know, some new elections, you know, some new president, you know what I'm saying, new people in the White House, a new captain of the team, all that shit, with all the little scenarios you want to throw out there, we knew all that shit. All the shit motherfuckers was hooting and hollering about. It's just like, damn, even still? This nigga even still, you still look at him as a white man? Even as a terrorist, he's still a white man? This nigga, he can't be gray. This nigga can't be green now. He's still a white man even after being a terrorist, bro. He still get that privilege. He still get that privilege as a white man, as a terrorist. Shit's crazy, bro. But that's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. It ain't two different Americas. It ain't none of that shit like I said on past episodes, bro. It's the same shit it's always been. We are the ones who have to invoke that change, bro. We gotta be the ones to do that shit. We can't. It ain't gonna change putting it into the hands of other motherfuckers, bro. That's just my take on that shit. YouTube, y'all new to this take. I ain't stopping my takes for none of y'all. I understand on a new platform, it's gonna be new motherfuckers, new people in the audience and shit like that. Now that's how we give it up over here. On this podcast, we giving you the real, baby. We giving you the real up here on the Until Further Notice podcast, man. Real shit, man. 2021, I ain't holding back no more, but real shit. Moving on, man. What we got on the docket, man? We gonna talk about old boy giving a whole new meaning to the silhouette challenge. Hey, old boy gave a whole new meaning to the silhouette challenge, bro. Like, I ain't even trying to joke about that because there was some lives lost in this situation. But you know, man, Cat Williams had the joke about niggas gang banging over bacon. And it's the craziest shit ever, bro. I never thought I'd see a day where niggas killed niggas over snow. In this situation, as ignorant as it may sound, I'm just happy these niggas wasn't black. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their life. You know, and rest in peace to, James Goy and Lisa Goy. I don't want to seem like, I don't want to come off as sounding ignorant or anything like that. But this is a crazy motherfucking beach. This is a crazy fucking story. Like, this nigga what is this man's name, man? Jeffrey Allen Spade. He gave a whole new meaning to the silhouette challenge, my nigga. The silhouette challenge was popping. That shit went viral. That shit was trending every fucking where. Everywhere. This nigga took that shit to a whole nother level. We thought Chloe Bailey took that shit up here. That nigga said, nah, hold my beer, bitch. Hold my beer. I'm dropping bodies. I'm finna drop bodies. And this shit is crazy, bro. This whole story is crazy. But like I said, bro, I ain't trying to sound ignorant. But I am so fucking happy that these people are not fucking black. This nigga shot some people over some snow. Like, this is the clear story, bro. You gotta stop playing with people, bro. Motherfuckers ain't playing with y'all. Like, motherfuckers ain't playing. Everybody not playing. You can't be talking to motherfuckers like they crazy and thinking you just finna get away with that shit. Like, I didn't watch the video, bro. I just read the articles. Like I told you on past episodes, excuse me, on past episodes, man, I don't like watching videos where motherfuckers gets dying. That ain't my vibe. That ain't the shit I'm on. Like, if I know you finna die, I just skip the video. I know you gonna die. Like, I'm cool. I don't need to see that. I'm trying, at this point in time in my life, bro. At this point in time in my life, man, I'm blocking out all negative energy. All bullshit that I deem negative. I'm blocking that shit out, bro. I can control what I can control. I can control myself not watching niggas get gunned the fuck down. But just reading the transcripts of James Goy, what's his name? James Goy and Lisa Goy talking shit to this man, dumping snow in this nigga yard, calling this man, thinking this man pussy. Hey, man. Hey, mental illness is real. At no point in time in my life have I ever thought I would hear about niggas killing people over snow. But when you compound that, because motherfuckers take their lawn serious, bro. So when you compound that with the neighbors talking shit while they dumping shit in your lawn, I can see how niggas' blood is boiling. But it was something wrong with Jeffrey Spade, bro. It's something wrong with him. It's something wrong with the situation where you killing niggas over snow. It's something wrong with this. Like, now, we need to get all this shit. Like, we need to put all the chips on the table, dog. Put all that shit on the table. There's something wrong with this nigga. And even how the news media was covering and all that, they showed pictures of James Goy and Lisa Goy. You know what I'm saying? So after they showed their pictures of showing them as the victims of being deceased, but they still haven't showed old boy. All you see is blacked out images of this nigga with the blicky. This nigga shot them, went in the house and got the AR. Come on, man. Come on, man. Over some snow. Come on, man. Like, hey, look, man. He's the real. Hey, look. I've never seen nothing like this. There's something wrong with this nigga. It's something wrong with this situation. Like, gang banging over bacon was a joke. It was a joke. He took that shit to a whole nother level. That nigga said, fuck, y'all talking about Chloe Bailey? Okay. Okay. That nigga said, hold my beer, bitch. That nigga took that challenge to a whole new level. A whole new motherfucking me level, bro. That shit is crazy as fuck. I ain't gonna fake it. That shit is crazy. Moving on, man. I want to talk about OJ Simpson, man. Look, man. Look, man, I was on Twitter, man. I came across this tweet, man. OJ Simpson, he was giving his take about the Donald Trump impeachment and shit like that. OJ Simpson is probably the biggest troll in American history, bro. He had the biggest murder case in history. He's the biggest. He's been trolling ever since then, bro. I've always looked at OJ as a fucking troll. He did the interviews after the shit. He wrote the book after this shit. Like, OJ just been trolling ever since, man. And I got a weird take on the OJ thing. I don't want to say weird, but I got a different take than most people, man. Do I think OJ did it? Hey, man, I don't know. I wasn't there. But what I do know is OJ beat the case, bro. And as a black man, I never understood why other black people just get on that bandwagon of trashing OJ. I get it because it's one of those common sense things, but it's like, bro, for a system to be designed to tear black people down, once a nigga beat the case, I'm like, hey, man, I ain't gonna never say he did the shit if a nigga beat the fucking case. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. I never do that shit. If a nigga actually beat the case, I'm not gonna say a nigga did it. Now, if I think he did it internally, that's another thing. But out in the public, I'm not gonna bash a nigga because he beat the fucking case. I don't want the same thing done to me, bro. But I do understand sometimes it is what it is, man. Once the public think you did some shit, it is what it is. But the funny thing about this OJ nigga, man, OJ, he did a whole video talking about the Donald Trump impeachment trial and shit like that. Talking about the shit gonna be a waste of time and shit like that. He know what the fuck he know that's gonna incite other motherfuckers to hate him and shit. Like, if you hate OJ, then that's even more fuel to the fire. But the funniest thing is that nigga OJ, I just wanna know, where is his friends? Where is the niggas in his corners? Once again, like I said at the top of the show, where are the real niggas in this situation? Where are the niggas in OJ's corner like, yo, OJ, stop. Like, you stop doing that. Like, stop doing that shit. Trolling like this is the same reason they sent your ass to jail for all them years for stealing your own shit. Because, nigga, once you get away with certain shit, you either got to shut the fuck up or get the fuck out of Dodge, nigga. It's like I said on past episodes, look at Russell Simmons. They accused him of some shit. He just got the fuck up out of here. OJ was supposed to get the fuck up out of here. OJ still here on some dumb shit, but he trolling. It's a matter of time for they try to get OJ on some more shit, bro. It's a matter of fucking time. And the only reason why I really bring this shit up, bro, is because I came across some shit to where, the family, of OJ's wife, that was murdered, they ended up suing OJ and shit like that. OJ owed them like over $70 million, bro. OJ owed them over $70 million. I didn't say OJ gave them $70 million. OJ owes motherfuckers over $70 million. Nigga, what? Look, fam, I'm reading some shit. They say OJ still owes the Ron Goldman's family over $70 million. He has only paid $132,000. Huh? Nigga, make that make sense. How is that possible? How y'all letting this nigga OJ Simpson run around this motherfucker living everyday motherfucking me life to the point where this nigga got the audacity to take his motherfucking me phone and shoot a motherfucking me video talking about the Trump impeachment? I would knock this nigga head off. Nigga, hey, look. Nigga, I'm broke. I'm starving over here, cuz. Let that nigga owe me $20. I'm calling his phone. Yo, fam, I need that. I want some Chick-fil-A. I want some Chick-fil-A. I need my money. I need some snaps on the petrol. I'm trying to get some ass. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Nigga owe me a few $100. I'm on that with him. A few hundred? I'm on that. Nah, I need that. I need that. Sometimes you can just take an L, but if I'm down bad, I need my few $100. You owe motherfuckers over $70 million, and you got the audacity behind this motherfucker cheesing and smiling, showing 32 teeth? 32 teeth? At this point in time, Ron Goldman, you pussy. Hey, rest in peace to your daughter. Hey, I send my prayers and condolences. But I'm letting America know right now. I'm looking right into this camera. I'm letting the YouTube community know, because y'all don't know how I give it up. Everybody else on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audio Mac, all the other DSPs, they know how I give it up. Let that nigga kill my daughter. Let that nigga, and that same nigga owe me over $70 million. I ain't got shit to lose. Because apparently this nigga think I'm pussy. Silhouette Man wasn't taking that shit. Ron Goldman, you up. Fuck that. Nigga gotta get this warfare. Hey, nigga gotta get this warfare, bro. Nigga owe me over 70. Over $70 million. And he's still walking? He's still out here chilling. Nah. Ron Goldman old as fuck now. And look, I don't condone violence. I'm not trying to sit here and say Ron Goldman go do some shit. I don't even want to put that shit in the air. I love the juice. Hey, hell of a football player. But fam, I'm taking him out the equation. It ain't even about Ron Goldman and OJ no more. It ain't even about that shit. This is about the principle. The principality of the situations, cuz. It's the principalities of the situations, cuz. Nigga owe me $100. Nigga owe me a band, a few thousand. I'm on that. No, I need my money. I need it. Pronto. I'm at your house. I'm at your doorstep. I need that. This ain't no. We're not playing games. We're not doing that. A nigga owe you over 70. For real, let me put this in normal nigga terms. Nigga owe you $1,000 and he give you $250. Huh? He only give you $250 over a span of 5 years. Huh? Wait. Man, make that shit make. I'm trying to see where that shit makes sense at. He getting put down. In any hood, that nigga's getting put down. Or he's getting fucked up every time you see him. OJ Simpson? I almost call this nigga OJ Juiceman. OJ Simpson owe a nigga over $70 million. And that same man think that OJ killed his daughter? Man, like I said, let me take them out the equation. Nigga owe me $70 million. I'm bodying him. I gotta kill you. Because you never giving me that money. You're never giving me that money. You're never giving me that money. Ever. You think I'm pussy. That's how I'm taking it. I can't take it no other way. I can't. What? I can't, bro. How else do you see it? Let me know in the comments. How else do you see that shit? Nigga think motherfuckers is pussy around. You owe me $70 million. And you killed somebody I know? Okay. I'll be back. I'll Schwarzenegger that nigga so fast, boy. I'm telling you. Real shit, man. But moving on, man. Before I move on, man, like I said, I ain't putting no negative energy in the air. I don't want nobody to hurt nobody. I don't condone no violence. You know what I'm saying? I am a firm believer in the only response to violence is violence. That's the only response to violence, bro. In my eyes. But I ain't saying Ron Goldman do shit. Let it be me. Let it would have been me. I'm at that golf course. I'm on the 18th hole, nigga, waiting. I'm finna tear your ass up, nigga, 70 million different ways. 70 million different ways. I'm finna get the bang for my buck. That's where that saying came from. I'm finna get the bang for my buck on your ass. Fuck that. And I'm already old. I ain't got shit to lose. An eye for a motherfucking eye, nigga. Fuck that. I need an eye, a rib, an ear. I need all the limbs. I need every single one. Every single one. Real shit, man. But moving on, man. You know, man. I was raised in St. Louis, man. Shout out to everybody in the Lou, man. Shout out all my motherfuckers in the Lou, man. I know I fuck with y'all, man. I'm gonna try to make it out there in a few months. Come fuck with y'all. It's a few people I gotta see. It's a few people, you know what I'm saying. I gotta see. I ain't gonna fake it. I gotta put my hands on. I ain't gonna talk about that. I ain't gonna talk about that shit, man. But you know, in the Lou, man, it was an OnlyFans leak. A lot of motherfuckers I went to school with, you know what I'm saying, they selling that ass now, bro. That's just the way it is, bro. A lot of bitches that was fucking in high school, sucking dick in the bathrooms and shit like that, they just doing that shit on OnlyFans now, bro. I'm not that surprised. It is kind of crazy. I did see a few motherfuckers I didn't know was out giving it up like that. It was a few motherfuckers I saw in there I thought were pretty bad. I thought they were some bad bitches until I saw their OnlyFans and saw that they pussy game wasn't the craziest. I was like, alright. I don't even like her no more, yo. I don't even fuck with her like that no more, yo. I don't even want to fuck. I don't even want to smash this bitch. But it's crazy because it's like a lot of the chicks I see on the OnlyFans, like I know they boyfriend. Like I know they boyfriend personally. And like I always, you know what I'm saying, like I always wonder like how I would feel about that. Like I know a few chicks though, you know, I talked to, and they was telling me and they was thinking about starting OnlyFans and shit like that. And since I'm not in a relationship with these women, I tell them like, you know what I'm saying, that's something you do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, that's what you got. That's what you're gonna do. It's not up to me to stop you from doing no shit like that. But in the back of my mind, not even in the back of my mind, but just in my mind, bro, I'm like, why she upload her first motherfucking me video on the OnlyFans? At that point in time, I'm never taking this bitch serious, bro. I can't. Like, the nigga in me, the type of nigga I am, the type of shit that, I don't even want to say the type of shit I believe in, because don't get me wrong, I love ratchet shit. I love ratchet pussy, bro. I love ratchet bitches. I love all that shit. But I ain't trying to be down with no ratchet bitch. You know what I'm saying? I only love the ratchet bitches 3 days out the week. The other days, I want the nice, you know, the nice sophisticated bitch. You know what I'm saying? I want to stop saying bitches too, but I gotta stop saying that, bro, as I get older, bro. But I ain't gonna fake. That's just in my vocab. I ain't gonna fake. I listen to too much hip hop. Listen to way too much hip hop, bro. I'm blaming it on Jay-Z. Fuck it. I'm blaming it on Hova. But no, in all seriousness, like I don't think I can really take. I don't think I can take a girl serious if I know she has an OnlyFans. Like, am I still gonna fuck with her? We still gonna be cool and shit like that? Am I gonna smash and shit like that? Yeah, we can be friends and all that. I'm not gonna say you a different type of person, you a bad person, or nothing like that. It's just I don't know how I would feel knowing the whole world, you know what I'm saying, and seeing my girl naked, or niggas know where your birthmark at. I want to be the only nigga that know where the birthmark at. I'm honest. I gotta be honest. I'm sorry. I gotta be the only nigga to know. So if the whole world can know, if niggas just pay $5 for this shit, you selling ass. I can't. You might as well fuck with a prostitute at that point. You know what I'm saying? I can never do that. I can never do no shit like that. Now at times it's hard. Motherfuckers sell that ass. They gotta get a few dollars. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having the OnlyFans at all. I know, like I said, I know a few chicks, like a few friends of mine, who have OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I ain't taking that shit serious. At no point in time am I ever gonna get with them motherfuckers. Like I can't do that. Come on now, bitch. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Respectfully. But it was just crazy seeing that OnlyFans leak back in the loop, bro. Seeing all these motherfuckers I went to school with on there sucking dick for $2. Like that shit is crazy. Like I seen bitches on OnlyFans sucking dicks on pallets on the floor. Bitch, you got me fucked up. You had been in a king size bed or something, and you think I'm finna give you some hard earned money to suck some dick on a pallet on the floor? Nah. The backdrop gotta be crazy. Bitch, I better see motherfucking me hot air balloons. I better see something. I better see some motherfucking me LED lights, something. The backdrop gotta be crazy. I'm not giving you $10 to be fucking, you know what I'm saying, in the basement next to the dryer with a fucking hole in the drywall. But that's the loo for you, man. The loo is crazy, bro. Like, there's nothing that surprises me about the loo anymore. Like, bitches is fucking in holes and walls. Like, this shit is crazy. They selling that, and niggas is buying that shit. It's crazy. Like, Pornhub and NXX is free. That shit is free. It's smut on the net for free. But now they shit on the net for free. The shit was crazy, bro. That shit truly is crazy. But it's just, I don't know how motherfuckers can really, like the niggas I know, like I only want to ask them, like, how can you be with a chick that's selling that ass on the net? Like, how can you do that? Like, hey, don't get me wrong. I know niggas that fuck with stripper bitches, bro. I know that's the thing. Like, niggas like strippers and shit like that. To me, it's like, they cousins. They cousins. Like, if you stripper and prostitute, they cousins. You know what I'm saying? If you proudly fucking a stripper, then I can see you proudly fucking a prostitute, bro. It's not too far-fetched. That bitch doing something in the back room, bro. Let's be honest, bro. With the right nigga, with the right bag, with the right clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know how the game go. We not faking it for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me wonder, like, how can niggas do that? Like, am I cool with that shit? I don't think I can be able to be cool with that. In all honesty, bro, I'm just being as real as I can be, man. Yeah, man. Moving on, man. Let's talk about Chief Keef, bro. You know, I want to talk about Chief Keef, man, because you know what's crazy about Chief Keef, bro? I'm like a month or two older than Chief Keef, bro. I think his birthday in August, if I'm not mistaken. My shit in July. I'm like a month older than Chief Keef, bro. I'm 25 years old, man. I'm right in that, and I'm right there with the Chief Keef era, man. And it's like the impact that Sosa had on the game, bro, is kind of crazy, bro. When you really sit back and think about it, like I ain't trying to come off as no nigga that's a fanboy or nothing like that, but I fuck with Sosa heavy, bro. I listen to Sosa pretty much on a daily basis, bro. Old Sosa is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? The new Sosa, I fuck with it too, but we all know old Sosa is the GOAT, bro. But I fuck with he fucking with his own style. You know what I'm saying? He switched shit up, bro, and I be fucking with the new shit too. I ain't gonna fake it. But the thing that bothered me about the whole Chief Keef shit is like nobody get that nigga the credit that he really deserved for this shit, bro. Like I can't name a rapper, bro, that really impacted the game, impacted the culture more than Chief Keef in the last 10 years, bro. Name me a rapper that's impacted the hip hop culture more than Chief Keef in the last 10 years, bro. And I'll fucking wait. And it's like nobody talks about the shit. That nigga changed the whole world's fucking, at least the whole country. Let's just start with the country. He changed the whole country's lingo, bro. He changed how everybody fucking talks. And nobody gives that nigga the credit he deserves for that shit, bro. The first time I ever heard Op was from Chief Keef. Thought was from Chief Keef. Gang was from Chief Keef. On Phone Them was from Chief Keef. Smoking on this pack, that pack, all them packs, that's from Chief Keef. Nigga, the glowed up shit was from Chief Keef. All that shit is from Chief Keef, my nigga. Like the way the whole fuck everybody's talking is from this one nigga. And it's like nobody, it's like motherfuckers don't even know it. Like motherfuckers don't even know it. That shit is crazy. Like the creation has become bigger than the fucking creator. And that's just on a normal day-to-day talking, you know what I'm saying, way that he impacted the culture. We all know how he impacted the motherfucking rap game. That nigga drill music was popping. He came out with that shit back in 2012, 2011, 2013, around that time. That's when Chief Keef first started popping off with that shit. Now you got the New York drill scene that's popping off. You got the London drill scene. All this shit is from this one nigga, bro. We all know about the upstart that nigga gave Chicago. You know, of course, when you think when I was young, when I first thought about Chicago, I thought about Kanye, Twista, and motherfucking me. What's the nigga name? Common. I thought about them three niggas. I wasn't bumping them niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew about them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But when Chief Keef came out, it's like he started a whole new wave of that shit. Like Chicago is probably one of the more poppin' rap scenes in the country right now. You got Atlanta, you got LA, West Coast, and then I say Chicago. You know, of course you got Houston, and you probably got New Orleans and shit like that too. But Chicago is right there in that mix. I put Chicago over motherfucking New York. I do that. That's what I'm saying. But all this is because of one nigga, bro. One young nigga at that. Chief Keef young as a motherfucker still doing this shit. And when you really sit back and think about the way this nigga impacted the culture, bro, the way this nigga impacted the game, shit is fucking nuts. And it's like nobody gives that nigga his credit, bro. It's gonna end up taking it's gonna take that nigga getting a fucking feature from Drake or some shit for motherfuckers to try to get that nigga the credit he deserved. But like I said, Drake getting this shit from him. It's like you got motherfucking me. Jay-Z was quoting Chief Keef shit in one of him and Beyonce biggest songs in like the last 2 years. He was quoting Chief Keef bar for fucking bar, bro. And it's like motherfuckers don't even trip off the impact that this nigga got. Cause this nigga came out, motherfucker was talking about how whack he was. It was like only the young motherfuckers was really rocking with Chief Keef. And it's like now that them saying young motherfuckers is in top tier position, this nigga, he should be getting all the flowers he fucking deserved. To me, without fucking me, Chief Keef, you not getting Uzi in them, bro. All these niggas was doing what fucking Chief Keef was doing. All these niggas, all these new niggas was doing what Chief Keef was doing. All these niggas, they stole his ad-libs, they stole all that nigga shit, bro. And it's like everybody doing the shit, but it's like nobody really give it. The way these niggas shoot their videos, all that shit. He came and impacted the fuck out the culture. It's like nobody really gives that nigga the credit he deserves. You got a few money. It's like one of those things. If you know type shit. If you been a Sosa fan and you been rocking with him, but it's like, fam, you gotta get this nigga the credit he deserves for the impact he had on the culture. I don't give a fuck what. You can name a bigger artist. You can name a nigga that sold more records. You can name a nigga that got more Instagram followers. All that shit. It don't matter. them niggas ain't impacting the culture like Sosa, bro. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. I'm talking about to the point where this nigga changing niggas day-to-day lingo, and no matter what region you in, no matter what city you in, come on, my nigga. You gotta get that nigga his props for shit like that. That's the shit that I'm aiming to do. That's the shit that niggas is sitting around hoping they could do. This nigga did it. He been doing it for 10 years now. This nigga Sosa been doing this shit for 10 years, bro. Like, this shit is nuts. This shit is fucking nuts. And it's like niggas don't, you gotta learn to give niggas they flowers while they still in they prime, while they still alive and well, but we can't wait, bro. We sitting up seeing Pop Smoke and all these niggas pop off. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. We seeing these niggas pop off. That's New York drill. They getting that shit from that sound. That's some New York, Chicago shit. You gotta credit that to Chief Keef, bro. You got to. Unless I'm tripping, unless I'm the only nigga that's high and tripping. I am the fly as high as cool as smooth host from them all, but goddamn. Like, you gotta give props when props is due. I mean, certain shit just spell out itself. That's just how I feel about the situation, man. I wanted to make sure I came on my platform and shout out that nigga Sosa, man. Like I said, it's gonna end up taking that nigga to get a fucking feature from Drake for motherfuckers to try to get that nigga the credit he deserves or some stupid ass shit like that, man. We rocking with you tough over here, Sosa, man. What up? Moving on, man. Let's do some quick hitters in sports, man, before we wrap the pod up, man. I was watching sports, man. I came across some shit. I was watching TNT last night, and I think Shaq had, confirmed this with Lefko. And he was like, Blake Griffin hasn't had a dunk. He hasn't dunked the ball all season. Now I talked about Blake Griffin a few episodes ago when I was comparing him to Ben Simmons and shit like that. And I told y'all about it was a specific moment in time in Blake Griffin's career where he just stopped trying to posterize niggas. He started shooting more mid-range jumpers and started expanding his game to the three-point line. It was pretty much around that same time when Chris Paul had got hurt for that lengthy amount of time, and Blake Griffin finished like third or fourth in the MVP race that season. It was around that same point in time in the season. And I always felt that was a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a nigga trying to show he can do more. He just not a dunker. But it's kind of like Vince Carter. It's like, bro, you a dunker, bro. Just dunk. Niggas don't care about your jumper, Vince. We brought you on TV to talk about your famous dunks. We don't care about your way you ran the pick and roll, fam. We knew you could do that too, but we want to talk about your dunks. That's what Blake Griffin was. And to know at this point in time in his life where he's still pretty much in his physical prime, even if he is on the downside of it, the nigga's 6'10". So for him not to dunk the ball at all this season, bro, I'm all for niggas getting their money, fam. I'm all for niggas getting their money. I work too fucking hard for this nigga not to dunk the ball at all. Fam, you know how hard you gotta be trying to be a 6'10" nigga playing basketball with a 6'10" nigga playing basketball to not dunk the ball? You have to literally be trying not to do some shit like that. This nigga at this point, he should get fined. Like real shit. Motherfuckers was bitching and moaning about James Harden. You know what I'm saying? When he wasn't scoring, he was scoring under 20 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 or 5 straight games. Rightfully so. Because niggas knew that this is the same nigga that he can average 35 in his sleep. We have to apply that same energy to niggas that's getting paid $37 million. However fucking much money this nigga's getting paid. It's over $30 million a season to play basketball. This nigga ain't dunked the ball yet. Nigga didn't play over 20 games. It's over 20 games played in the season, fam. How the fuck you ain't dunked the ball one time? That don't make sense. Fam, no, bro. I worked too hard in my life to be bitching and complaining to my bosses and still doing my fucking job, to turn on my TV, to turn on my fucking television, and this 6'10" ass nigga ain't dunking the ball at all? Only giving you 13, 14 points a game? And this nigga getting paid how much? Nah, no. We not doing that. No. Nah. We gotta call this nigga out on this shit. I can't be coming on this motherfucking podcast talking about Ben Simmons and all calling out other niggas, and we sitting there letting this nigga Blake Griffin just steal niggas' money in Detroit. They ain't even got fucking clean water in Flint, and this nigga stealing millions upon millions of dollars from the city of Detroit. This nigga's nuts. This nigga ain't dunked the ball yet. Come on, fam. Come on, bro. You better than that, Blake. Like he should be fined for some shit like that. At least $10,000, bro. We need that, bro. You ain't dunked the ball one time and you 6'10". Come on, fam. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? Real shit. What are we fucking doing? I work too hard to see niggas get money for half-assing, bro. That's bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna fake it. Moving on, man. Let's talk about the Super Bowl review, man. It was the biggest thing that happened over the past weekend. There was a lot of shit. There was a lot of sports that had happened, but that was the biggest game, of course. Tom Brady got his 7th ring, man. I want to say shout out to Tom Brady, man. He's been the GOAT. It's crazy that it's like he had to win his 7th ring for a lot of motherfuckers to call him the GOAT. I've been saying Tom Brady was the GOAT for the last motherfucking 15 years of my life. I didn't need to see him do shit else to say Tom Brady was the GOAT. Like, Tom Brady been busting these niggas' ass for a long time. Like, him winning the Super Bowl wasn't surprising. The final score of the game was a bit surprising. I didn't think Patrick Mahomes and them was going to wet the bed like that. Them niggas didn't even score a touchdown. A lot of factors went into the game. You got the Andy Reid son shit going on. You got the punter shanking them motherfuckers like it was like he ain't even like that shit was crazy. He ain't know how he was doing out there. Like you would think that was his first time ever punting the fucking ball where that nigga was shanking them motherfuckers. They was in the dome and he was doing that shit. Like that's kind of crazy. They should cut that nigga. I ain't gonna fake it. I ain't an advocate for niggas losing their job during the pandemic, but damn nigga, not for Patty Mahomes. You can't do Patty Mahomes like that. But the Buccaneers defense showed up, man. That was a big time win for Tom Brady, bro, to prove, to finally silence the haters that it wasn't Belichick. I was always a believer it was both of them. You can't, one of them, you need both of them to get the job done. But it looks good that Tom Brady left that nigga and went and got all his niggas and all his homeboys and went to Tampa Bay and went and picked up a chip on them niggas. That's 7 rings, bro. That's some incredible ass shit. I don't think we'll probably ever see another athlete or another quarterback, let me say, get 7 rings. The person who probably come close to is Patrick Mahomes. If he is good as everybody thinks he's going to be, if he's every bit as good as people think he'll be, he'll probably get about 4 at the most. I don't really see another nigga getting that many rings because I don't see another person fall into a perfect situation like Tom Brady did, bro. Like Andy Reid, not young, bro. Andy Reid old as fuck, so I don't really see that system being intact that much longer. And Patrick Mahomes already signed a fat ass contract. I do know it's going to be a team friendly deal. Towards the later years of his contract, so it won't be that crazy. He can still work with that, but I don't see him getting 8 fucking rings, 7 rings. Like, come on, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of fucking rings, my nigga. For a nigga to already be playing and we already seen this nigga lose. It's like I don't see that nigga bouncing back like that. But you never fucking know. Niggas didn't see Tom Brady racking up these final fucking Super Bowl victories at this final stretch of his career like that either. That nigga went like 10, 12 years without getting a fucking championship. It was like a big ass gap in between his rings. So it's kind of crazy the way he pulled that shit off, man. To me, this Super Bowl really embodied the power of that players have of betting on themselves. Man, we look at the Tom Brady's, the Gronkowski's, even Le'Veon Bell, who didn't even fucking play. Antonio Brown caught a fucking touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like, to me, man, it's just like, in sports in general, but of course with this Super Bowl, that's the main thing I want to talk about. But in sports in general, man, when you just look over about the way the players have the power, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. Every player that's been betting on themselves, bro, that shit's been working out, bro. From basketball, I've told you about the LeBron James, the KDs, the ADs, the motherfucking Jimmy Butlers, all that shit. From every level that you look, the shit works out, bro. Any nigga that's been betting on themselves, the only nigga hasn't worked out for is Isaiah Thomas, bro. And Kyrie Irving. But this nigga ended up in Brooklyn now. So it ended up working out. The only nigga that bet on themselves and it didn't work was Isaiah Thomas, bro. And that's because he's short as fuck. If he wasn't short as fuck, it would have worked out. But he's short as fuck. Like, that's the only reason why it didn't work out for that nigga. He ended up getting hurt, and it just didn't work out. He's short as fuck. If he was 6'10", he still would have got signed. Kevin Durant towards Achilles, and nigga still signed a fat-ass max contract 48 hours later. So, it's like at this point in time, it's like when you look at it, even it's translating to the NFL, bro. Niggas is betting on themselves and it's working out. It's a beautiful thing to see fucking Leonard Fournette getting waived and him being able to choose where he wanted to go. Like, it's just a beautiful fucking thing to see, bro, on all sides, bro, on all sports, to see players finally get to finally see other players in other leagues start to take the standpoint of these NBA players and see what LeBron James did, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's the impact of one nigga, bro. It's all I just got through talking about the impact of Chief Keef, bro. All it takes is for one nigga to do something. That's the blueprint. That's the foundation. That's a trickle effect. This is an example. That shit can expand outside of your realm. That shit can expand outside of your own sport. That shit trickled over to Tom Brady. Tom Brady did the same thing fucking LeBron and them been doing. That nigga chose where he wanted to go to a nice weather city. That nigga went to a nice weather city and brought hella fucking talent with him. Nigga brought AB. Nigga brought fucking Gronk with him. Like, that shit is crazy. When you look at the names on this Tampa Bay roster, the Mike Evans, the Tom Brady's, Gronkowski, the motherfucking me Leonard Fournette, the motherfucking me Ndamukong Suh, Jason Pierre-Paul. That nigga blew his fucking hand off a few years ago, fam. And all these niggas just won a ring together. Like, this shit is nuts. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. So I just wanted to make sure I came on here and say shout out to the Buccaneers, man. Shout out to Tom Brady for being the GOAT. Shout out to all the players that bet on themselves, man, that put themselves in the prime position to capitalize and get that fucking championship, that hardware, bro. We all do this shit for, bro. We do it. If you're a winner, bro, you do this shit for the chip, bro. You do this shit for the #1 spot. You don't do this shit for the other bullshit, man. All that other shit just come with it. So shout out to all y'all niggas winning that shit, man. Real shit. Along with the Super Bowl, man, I do want to say, man, I think the era of good Super Bowl commercials is officially over, man. I don't know if it's because I was younger or what, but I feel like the last 2-3 years of Super Bowl commercials has been pretty fucking trash. So you probably get 1 or 2 sprinkled in there. It's pretty good. But it's like, for the most part, them shits be whack as a motherfucker unless I'm just tripping. Unless I'm just like, I'm expecting too much. But I know it's a lot of money that go into these commercials. And I ain't seeing no creativity. I ain't seeing shit new. I ain't seeing shit that motherfuckers gonna remember the next day. Like, if motherfuckers ain't got your favorite star, your favorite celebrity in the commercial, you really not paying attention to that shit no more. And it used to be so much different when like just a few years ago, I feel like 5-10 years ago, it was totally different, bro. I don't know if that got something to do with the sport in general. I don't know. I don't know if that got something to do with the overall excitement for Super Bowl. I don't know what it is, but I just remember like Super Bowl commercials used to be the prime fucking thing people was waiting for when on Super Bowl Sundays. But now it's just like these motherfuckers is whack as a motherfucker now. Like, I don't even see what's so different about the Super Bowl commercials now than regular commercials, bro. So I just think the era of good commercials is officially over, bro. Before I wrap up sports, man, I want to say shout out to Mark Cuban, man. I mentioned at the top of the podcast, man, he took away the national anthem from being played before the games. He did in the preseason, but nobody talked about it. Didn't get too much noise. It didn't get too much media coverage. Nobody even noticed it until a reporter, asked a question about it a few days ago, and now everybody trying to get on Mark Cuban's case. He did release a statement that I want to read on the podcast for you guys. Mark Cuban said, "We respect and always have respect the passion people have for the anthem in our country, but we also loudly hear the voices of those who feel that the anthem does not represent them. We feel that their voices need to be respected and heard, because they have not been. Going forward, our hope is that people will take the same passion they have for this issue and apply the same amount of energy to listen to those who feel differently from them. Only then we can move forward and have courageous conversations that move this country forward and find what unites us." I just want to say shout out to Mark Cuban, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Mark Cuban guy, but that's sometimes, man, you just gotta give credit when niggas do stand up shit. And I just need some stand up shit right there. So I want to say shout out to Mark Cuban for that. Just a voice for the voices. That's all that was right there. A voice for the voices, like he said, mentioned right there in his statements. A lot of people who feeling differently about the national anthem, and a lot of people don't have the platform to make a statement as broad as that'll get the media coverage that did. So him doing that, I can do nothing but salute Mark Cuban for that, man. Hopefully a lot more people take the stance that Mark Cuban is taking. It's a lot of motherfuckers. The NBA is fucking predominantly African American anyway. You know what I mean? So if a lot of those dudes feel that way, why not get away with the shit? Like I said, when I was playing sports, man, any point in time the national anthem came on, I never sung that shit, bro. And I wasn't even thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what the history behind the song. It's like, no, at that point in time, man, I was locked in. I'm probably saying, I'm shouting out my dead homies. I'm shouting out my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about my Lakers or some shit. Like, that's shit I was doing. I don't know about everybody else, bro. I'm the only nigga on this mic, so I can only tell you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really give a damn if the national anthem's being played or not, to be honest with you. If it's being played, it is what it is. If it's not, it's not. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But Mark Cuban has the power to get away with that shit, and I can't do nothing but salute him, bro. When you got the power, you do what the fuck you want, bro. Also, man, I came across Steve Nash, bro. Brooklyn Nets been losing like a motherfucker. They lost to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? They defense is atrocious. I've been talking about that shit on past episodes as well. But I came across this quote from Steve Nash where he said, it's up to the team to decide what kind of team they want to be. What the fuck does that mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching the Brooklyn Nets, bro, and the mask, right? The mask is horrible for body language, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. The mask is horrible for body language for coaches because sometimes like they not doing shit. Especially Steve Nash, bro. I don't see Steve Nash getting a technical. I don't see Steve Nash doing shit but walking up the sidelines with his fucking arms folded. And it's like, what the fuck is Steve Nash doing? What the fuck do you mean it's up to the team to decide what kind of team they gonna be? No, nigga, you the head coach. Install some culture in that bitch. What are you talking about? Like, when is Steve Nash gonna fucking do something? I haven't seen Steve Nash do shit on the sideline, fam. All I see is Steve Nash just walking up and down that bitch like Byron Scott used to. Like, I didn't think Byron Scott did shit but yell at D-Lo. At least he yelled at a nigga. I don't see Steve Nash doing shit. Like, now I understand when Kyrie said, but we don't even need a coach for real. He seen this shit coming. That nigga had his third eye open or some shit. He seen this shit coming, cuz this shit is ridiculous, dog. Real shit. Moving on, man. Kodak Black is out, man. Free. I told y'all he got pardoned by Trump and all that shit now. He looking good, man. He lost a lot of weight. You got motherfuckers saying he a clone and shit like that. It's crazy when you lose weight, you start looking healthy and shit. Motherfuckers saying there's something wrong with you. You a clone or some shit. Motherfuckers don't think you the real you. Like, nah, nigga look healthy. He like a young ass. He like the old Kodak. And he like the old Kodak before he start sipping hella lean or some shit. That's like when they start getting on that lean, all them pills, niggas get fat as a motherfucker for no reason, out of nowhere. But he look good, man. He look good as a motherfucker, man. He looking good. He look healthy. Like he was on it. Like he cleansed his system and shit like that. So shout out to Kodak for that. But he was out in the club, man. Motherfuckers had to rush him out the club. They said it was a red beam on his chest. That's just like Jesus fucking Christ. Like, imagine getting out of jail. You just trying to go enjoy yourself, get some vibes or some shit before you go record, I'm assuming. And motherfuckers putting the beam on your chest. Like, that's some scary ass shit, man. But it's like, rappers ain't safe, bro. Like, niggas ain't get the memo. Niggas should have told Kodak, but rappers ain't been safe for the last year, for real. Especially since the pandemic kicked off. Ain't no rappers been safe. So I don't know why Kodak and his team really thought he would have been that safe to think niggas wouldn't try him. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they got him up out of that situation, if the reports were true that it was actual red beams on his chest. I'm glad they got him out that situation, man. I am anticipating a new Kodak project. Anytime a nigga get out of jail, bro. I'm ignorant, bro. I'm an ignorant ass nigga, bro. Anytime a nigga get out of jail, bro, I'm anticipating that new album, bro. A new project, at least an EP. Give me an EP. You know what I'm saying? But no, shout out to Kodak Black, man. Welcome home, man. It's good to see you home. Moving on, man, to my favorite segment of the podcast, man. The Love Thy Hero segment. I'm happy to introduce to the YouTube community the Love Thy Hero segment. I give this out to African American in our culture who's done something that I want to just give flowers to, who's inspired me, or who's just inspired the culture in many ways that I just feel don't get the flowers on a day-to-day basis. It's my favorite segment of the podcast. It's the Love Thy Hero. This week's Love Thy Hero goes out to Joe Budden, man. Joe Budden, we all know who Joe Budden is, man. Former rapper, podcaster now. The reason why I want to get Joe Budden Love Thy Hero, man, is because Joe Budden, man, in a strange way, Joe Budden changed my life, bro. I've been tapped into Joe Budden podcast for 5 years now. Probably since episode 96 is probably my first one. And I went back and just caught up, and I've been watching every episode since, man. And he was the one who inspired me to do this podcast shit. And just with that, man, just in doing that, and how he impacted my life in doing that, and I relate to him in so many ways, because I do think he's misunderstood in so many ways. But just seeing somebody who got shit on for so many years, man, he just stayed down to this craft, stayed him, and now he on top of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't name too many more podcasts that's bigger than Joe Budden, who's popping more than Joe Budden right now. And to see him getting all the things he's getting right now, with the Patreon deal, you know what I'm saying, with the Revolt shit he was doing, you know, just with the podcast in general, and just seeing him in this happy space with the shit he's done with him and shit him and his team has created. You can't do nothing but salute shit like that, man. So I want to make sure I came on my podcast and on the first digital episode, man, so the world can see, man, me give my props to Joe Budden And to everybody on the Joe Budden network, everybody on that team, man, everybody that got something to do with that. Most importantly, the man in charge, man. Shout out to Joe Budden, man, for this week's Love Thy Hero. And before I wrap it up, man, I want to say, before I get out of here, I want to say rest in peace, man, to Mary Wilson, man. She was a founding member of the Supremes. She had died at the age of 76. I just want to say rest in peace to Mary Wilson, man. Beautiful black queen, man. Gone but not forgotten at all, man. 2021, like I said, man, we're losing a lot of our legends, man. It's not too much different from 2020, man, apparently. Sad to say, but it's just how I go. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure I came on her and send my prayers and condolences to her family, all her friends and her family. Rest in peace to Mary motherfucking Wilson, man. Rest in peace, fucking legend. But that's all I got for you guys, man. I'm happy that I did this shit. Like I said, man, this wasn't what I had in mind for the first digital podcast episode, but you gotta start somewhere, man. Like, it's not the backdrop I want, but it is what it is, man. I'm happy to bring this to you guys. Like I said, we're on the grind of 100 straight episodes, man. You know how we give it up on this side, man. I want to say shout out to everybody supporting the podcast, man, on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? On all platforms, on all DSPs, now on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's making donations to the podcast. I truly appreciate that shit, man. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, drop a comment down there, drop a like for your boy. It is what it is, man. I truly appreciate the support of the podcast and all that good shit, man. But you know how we give it up on this side, man. It's all love these ways. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane. Shit, man. I'll holler at y'all next week, man. I'm out, man. Peace.